Hey real estate nerds, this is Alex here with Pro Tip Tuesday, my favorite day of the week. And today I want to talk about House Bill 23-1120. It's also called the Eviction Protections for Residential Tenants Bill. We've touched on this bill before, and all I really want to talk about today specifically is how this bill impacts non-renewal notices. So something that we did know is that there's language that we are now required to disclose on our notices that tell tenants what their rights are as it pertains to this bill. So basically, when you're posting a 10, a 30-day notice, whatever it may be, there needs to be a paragraph that you should be getting from your attorney that basically says, here's your rights as it pertains to this bill concerning mediation, this kind of stuff. What we didn't know is that this same language needs to be on your non-renewal notices. So when you have a lease coming up, let's say you have a lease coming up the end of October, and now it's late September, you're posting to let the tenant know. Hopefully you let the tenant know before now, but worst case scenario, you're coming up against the deadline to actually let them know that they need to vacate the end of October. And that letter that you get from your attorney, once again, needs to have the paragraph about the mediation. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense or that the language was really intended to impact non-renewal notices, but the reality is if they don't vacate at the end of October and you're now using that non-renewal form to initiate the eviction process, because if you post a non-renewal and the tenant doesn't leave, you don't need to post another demand notice. That non-renewal in and of itself you can use to file for eviction. But in El Paso County, for whatever reason, if that language, which is more about non-payment and that kind of stuff, or more so it pertains to non-payment situations, is not in your notice of non-renewal as well, the courts out here will throw it out. At least that's what we're hearing from our attorneys. Again, doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion, but that paragraph needs to be in there, so make sure you are updating your non-renewal notices. This is a quick tip, but it's a big one, and it could really cost you a lot of time and money. So make sure you are getting all of your notices, 10 days, 30 days, non-renewals, whatever, from your legal counsel. That's all for today. We'll see you next week.